Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Storm Collectibles unboxing and review. Today we have the San Diego Comic-Con 2020 exclusive Scorpion himself, Mr. Hanzo Hisashi. So I've been looking forward to this one for a while. Now you might have seen some of the other ninjas on the channel, but this one is actually an entirely new sculpt, entirely new mold. It's based on the Mortal Kombat 11 classic skin for Scorpion rather than the Mortal Kombat 1 or 2 version of Scorpion. So this is quite interesting because it's a modern era character, but the classic version of them, which is very, very nice. So let's look over the box before we do anything else. So, get over here, Scorpion Hanzo Hisashi was once a member of the Japanese Shirai Ryu ninja clan. Given the name Scorpion for his deadly fighting skills, his life was blessed with glorious combat in the name of his grandmaster. His signature move is his spear and hellfire. When his mask is removed, his head is a flaming skull. Flaming in brackets for some reason. Scorpion is a fan favourite, appearing regularly since Mortal Kombat Classic. Well, he has been in almost every Mortal Kombat. The only one he hasn't been in was the original Mortal Kombat 3, which it did have the Unmasked Sub-Zero, but it didn't have Scorpion. Instead it had Cyrax and Sector. And then later in Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, Scorpion was brought into that, and then Scorpion was again on Mortal Kombat Trilogy, I believe. So this box is very nice. It's very, very cool. It's the Flaming Skull variant. You can see this is what it looks like from the front of the packaging. And here we have him with his glorious little chain whip. So the chain whip is a kind of staple of the Mortal Kombat 11 series, because Scorpion in the game Mortal Kombat 11 uses the chain a lot more than he has in previous games. It used to be just a rope kunai, but now he uses the actual chain swing itself. So let's dive right in. This is brand new, which means that we do get to let him breathe, unleash him into the world. With a little snip. Nice and carefully. And let us see what we have inside without damaging the box, preferably. It's got the little bits at the side which keep it locked in because apparently they don't want you opening this. There we go. A little bit of tact. So let us pull it open. Okay, let's lift that part up and then pull it open. There we go. So there's the inside of the box. It's the lovely Mortal Kombat logo, as always, which is very nice. So now the box can sit over here, and let us look at the actual figure and see what you get inside. So here we have him. And is it just one layer of plastic or is it 2 layers? Just a little bit airtight, which is not terrible. Has the nice plastic to keep it from scratching against the front of the plastic in the box. So let us look at the figure himself first, and then we shall look at the accessories. So here is Mr. Hanzo Hisashi himself. So accessories, you can go over here, and we shall look at Scorpion, who is in refusal to stand. There we go. Okay, so let's see what our new Scorpion figure looks like and does. So as you can see, the mold is really cool on him. This is soft rubber in the front. This is hard. Unlike the other ninjas, I don't think this mask is removable. It might be. It looks like it could be removable actually, but I'm not going to try it. Let's see, we have neck swivel. The head moves back and forward. We have the ab crunch. Leans all the way forward, all the way back. This is soft rubber on the sides here. This is also soft rubber. So the arms, they can go straight out, so they can T-pose. We have the butterfly joints in here. Ooh. Ah, right, okay. This is just came out. Don't worry, this is meant to happen. This is actually, well, this actually allows us to see this part here. So as you can see, it's all black, there's no flesh part, as it is with the other ninjas. But the butterfly joint, that is perfectly fine, because Air Max Fatality is the removal of the elbows, so, or the not the elbows, the shoulder, yes. So the elbow joint has the double bicep movement. Focus, camera, please, yeah. So the muscle prevents it going any further than that, but you can see that it does have the very nice realistic elbow joint. It actually looks very cool. Wrist movement, back and forth. I don't know why it keeps focusing in the background. Stop it. Stop camera. Camera. Yeah, okay. So we have the bicep swivel as well, which is good. Shoulder is fully rotated. Actually, this is a very cool shoulder. It allows a lot of posability. Same with the other side. Once again, you got the whole butterfly swivel, the double arm joint, the bicep swivel, which is a little bit stiff. Nothing wrong with it being stiff, that is also fine. The wrist and the hand. And once again, these parts here are movable. They are soft rubber that's attached, so that's very cool. We have the hip movement, which the rubber is actually, this is all one piece, which actually works out quite cool because it gives realistic bends. You know, if you want to pose like this, you know, you can see exactly how it would pose. We have the legs, so let's see how far I can split. Looks like all the way. Looks like I can do a full Johnny Cage split, so that's quite cool. The leg, double knee swivel. The foot rotates and swivels as well. And we have the foot pivot as well. Just a little bit there, which is good for making those nice little poses. And the same with this one as well. It's initially stiff, but it's really good because it keeps balance. So let us just try a little balance test for Scorpion, shall we? Let's just go for a roundhouse kick. See how easily you stand. Bring the arm in a little. Bring the hips up. And there you are, perfect. So as you can see, these are really, really well balanced. Yep, that's very nice. And, you know, it looks like you can quite happily stay like this. You know, if you wanted to keep them in such pose, we're not going to do that, but it's very nice to see that you have that ability. Let's move them into a more Scorpion style pose. Is that a Scorpion's pose? I don't think it is. The Scorpion's pose like that? No. No, it is like that, isn't it? It's... yeah, it is like that. No, I'm right. Yeah, that's correct. I think. I know that the Scorpion is right-handed, Mr. Hanzo Hisashi. So, Scorpion, you're going to go over here, and we are going to look at the accessories now. So let's bring this back in. We'll remove the layer of plastic, which is very nice. I love that Strong Collectibles does that because it really does help quite a bit. Now we have a lot of accessories. Before we go into the fire, let's look at all the other parts first. So first of all, we have the chain, which is an actual chain. I thought it was metal, but feeling it, it's got a kind of a plasticky feel, which is fine. I'm all right with that. It's got the it's got a very basic kunai on the end of it, which is perfectly fine. Obviously in Mortal Kombat 11 you can get a whole bunch of variety of different ones. So as you can see here, it ends in a little chain at the end. So what this is for is, well, a little loop at the end, sorry, in the chain, is you disconnect the hand and you put the hand you put this through the wrist, and then you put the hand on the other side, and then the wrist is just attached to the chain, so then you can do all of your very cool little posing and such. So we'll keep that aside for just now, won't use that just yet. Next up we have the flaming skull accessory, which is very cool. I believe the mouth moves in this, yep. I think this is a different sculpt from the Golden Axe skull as well. So the Golden Axe skull and the bloody skeleton that Motaro comes with, they are the generic skull, well, the generic skeleton look, but I think this one's a little bit different. Now, what's very cool about this skull, oh, actually it is, because it's got the fire on the inside of it, is the flame parts are actually removable, and we will be looking at that in just a moment. But let's look through the other parts first. So in terms of hands, we have the tiger grip claws, as per usual. Focus. Focus. There we go. There's the tiger grip claws, which is the generic kind of pose. Next up, we have this looks to be a kind of gripping hand. Oh, well, this is actually a little bit new. I've not seen these hands before. So, yeah, the one on... I'm not sure if this is supposed to be for a specific item, but the one on the right looks like a generic grip hand, but the one on the left, he's doing a lot more... It looks like it's designed to work with something here. That might be the kunai, actually. So that's quite cool. And then we have two unique hands, which I've not seen with the other Mortal Kombat figures, which are these hands, which is kind of open hand pointing hands. I think these are more like the generic hands Scorpion's uses, or he used to use in his intro animations back in Mortal Kombat 3 and Trilogy and things, when you used to have the two intro cards. So it might be that. Right, before we go into the Flame Skull, let's look at the fire. So first of all, we have the Fire Punch accessory. So this should just go right into a fist, and then that will act as a flame uppercut. I don't remember Scorpion having a flame uppercut in this game, but he does have a fire jump punch, which is part of his XYX combo, I think. So maybe it's meant to be around this direction, a kind of upwards inflection rather than an uppercut. So that's quite nice. These parts here, I believe, are meant to go on the arms. These should just clip on, I believe. And that gives the fiery arm accessories. I'm not sure which one's left and which one's right. And then lastly, we have the ground flames, which are just used to loop around something. It can be used to loop around Scorpion, or it can be used to loop around one of his opponents, or whichever you feel like. So let's look into this and put some of this together and see what it looks like. So, first of all, we will try out the little flaming hands. So does this just clip into here? Like that? Yes, I think so. I think that's that one done. And then this one just goes on the other one up here. Nope. Am I doing something wrong? The other one seemed to work fine. Oh, right, okay, no, I've got it. I think it's just because the hand is a little out of alignment. You can see that for yourself. But, oh, you know what? Maybe this is actually the wrong hand. Oh, there we go. Because this might be more of a kind of open hand. Look, see? Like the fingers. Whereas this one is more on the wrist. So yes, that may be what it is. Might be using the wrong hand there, but that's all right. So Scorpion is right-handed, which is this one. So let's take you off, and we'll attach this to the fist if we can. Does this just clip in? How does this mold together? It should be done with the fist, surely. Some of this is a little bit like working out a puzzle, just seeing how it fits together. It feels like it should maybe fit in that way, but that doesn't make anywhere near as much sense, does it? Or does it? Oh, there we go. Actually, there we go. There. So that is the actual thing. So if you imagine Scorpion in his little combo, just getting ready to jump in with that jump punch. Obviously the fire has a bit of weight to it, so you have to lean Scorpion a little bit more forward if you're wanting to pose him with this, or maybe get him into a little bit more of an action stance, which is not the easiest thing to do when you're trying to do it on camera, but I shall try to do it for my viewers. Too much. Lean back a little bit. Pivot the foot. So it's more a standing base. And there we go. There. How does that look? That's not so terrible. And then you can just have the fire surround the character, give them the look of that hellfire kind of look, which is very, very nice. I don't think there's any way to use this and the flame punch at the same time. So, that's the thing. Right, now let's look at the flame skull. Out of interest, are these... No, okay. I was about to say, are these the same item, but they look very similar, but no, they actually are different flames. One's a little bit... One curves in a lot more than what the other one does. Like this one's more straight up, this one kind of curves in like this at an angle. So now let's remove the Scorpion head. It just pops off. Sometimes it's a little bit stiff. Okay, we'll remove your fire. There. There we go. Oh, this is an extra long little nozzle. So that's something that's a bit different. And then this one should just clip on like so. And there we go. Very cool. And we'll remove this for just now as well, while we're looking at the head sculpt. So the head sculpt here, if we close in it, it's made up of 4 parts. So there's a flame bit on the top, that is just removable, it just clips off, like so. And I think that's the coolest version of Scorpion, with the head, the skull open, but like the flames at the back and there. But also these flames can come out of the eyes as well, which is very cool. The right one was a little bit easier to remove than the left one is, but I can feel it coming. Some tweezers might help. You have to be careful with your figures, obviously, but you do need to use a little bit of strength sometimes. But try not to actually go breaking your figures. We do actually have some tweezers right here, just for instances like this. It's always good to have a little set of tweezers when working with your Drawn Collectibles. Just be sure not to scratch the front of them. These tweezers are not very good. You can see that they are not gripping in the slightest. Right, maybe not those ones. I have other tweezers. This is really stuck in here. Right, you know what, we'll leave the fire for just now. I can feel that it's loose. You can feel that it moves a little bit there, but it's just a bit in refusal. Now, I think the flames at the back are stuck. I think those are actually part of the mould of the skeleton, so those aren't removable. But let's put the other fire eye back in, like so. As you can see, this is what the fire eye looks like. Literally just like that. It just clicks into the socket like so. And then you can, if you've got the fire parts from previous Scorpion figures, then you can do some very, very cool little things. So let us just try that quickly before we do anything else. So here is the flame fatality that came with Noob's Eyebot, which also came with the Mortal Kombat 1, and as you can see it works perfectly well, the same style of the same colours of the flames, everything. So we can lean the head back, open the mouth, do the body crunch forward, and maybe extend the arms back a little bit to make it look like he's giving a large flame breath. And then if we can just fit you into the mouth here and do something like that. You know what, we're going to have to make him step forward a little bit as well, which is fine. So give you a stepping motion, put this foot back, rotate like that, and can we crunch you down a little bit more? There we go. And if we do something like that, then almost perfect. What happened there was I looked at the camera to make sure that it looked like it was in shot, and that's the point that he decided to step over. So hang on, this foot isn't quite correct. If we turn this to the side a little bit and then do something like this, maybe move this in a little bit more, then something like this. There, okay, that looks better. Right, much better. And then if we do something like that, except get it in camera. There we go, perfect. And then if we bring in the skeleton from the Motaro fatality, and let's see here, if we just put the skeleton on his knees, have the mouth open, skeleton on his knees, like so, and the skull and head upwards, arms at its sides, something like that. And then if we just surround the skeleton in flames, like so. Oh. Hit the skeleton. Then there you go, you have your own little Scorpion Mortal Kombat 1 fatality. I can probably move this onto the stage actually. He said probably after spending 5 minutes setting up one pose. Maybe bring the fire around this way a bit more for the camera. In fact, actually, I extend this hand over a little bit. It can go through the flames like that, and then we can bring Scorpion with a little bit of camera trickery. We can have the fire going in behind the skeleton. Now if this would just go into Scorpion's mouth. Oh my goodness. There. Perfect. There, how does that look? That is a very nice little scorpion fatality. So yes, there you have it. Oh, no, the fires came out of his mouth. No, don't fall, don't fall. Oh my goodness, I'm holding the camera now. Okay, give me a second. Right, we are back. So, there we have it, there. So I think that should be a pretty cool little screenshot for anyone that's looking for it. So, yes. Well, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed, and remember, if you do enjoy my little videos, please do give us a like, share and subscribe. It's only a small click for you, but it means a lot to me, and we shall see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.